Hi everyone, this is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with your reading for the second half of November from the 16th through the 30th. Before we dive into that, I just wanted to address a couple of things that have been brought to my attention. So if you want to fast forward, if you don't want to listen to this portion of it, I'll go ahead and timestamp it down below where you can just head straight into the actual reading itself. So I did receive a message from a male viewer bringing it to my attention that my messages are geared more so towards the feminine or a female. And, like I've always started all of my readings, I do say that you got to take the messages and custom tailor it to what makes sense for you. And that includes gender. If you're watching for a female, then interpret the messages, if it makes sense, of course, for your situation and your connection with yourself and the other person. If, you guys are in a same-sex relationship, same thing applies. Okay, so at the end of the day, the demographic for my channel is mostly female, about 85%, I believe. And so I guess that is how I channel my messages, geared more towards a feminine audience. But of course, not to insult the masculines or male viewers here. So again, take it for how it resonates with you, release what doesn't, because not every single reading will make sense for you, which is why it's general. Okay, it's a reading for a huge number of people that are tuning in. And the only way for me to hone in on your particular storyline is for you to book a private reading. Okay, so for general readings, again, take what resonates, release what doesn't. So that was one message that I received. And the other thing was I also received an email from a female viewer. For those of you who are pretty familiar with my content, I really don't post a whole lot of videos where there's sexual content or cards that contain sexual messages or images. But, I have been gifted quite a few from my friends and amazing soul sisters who were nice enough to gift me these decks. And so I did end up using a deck by Fire Witch Tarot. It was the Opium Tarot. And it's a tarot deck, and it does contain sexual images. And if you guys are familiar with Fire Witch Tarot, she's an amazing reader. She's an amazing deck creator. And yes, a lot of her content is sexual in nature. Okay, so not to take away from that at all, because that's her thing, and that's the type of decks that she is creating. And therefore, if I decide to feature any decks that contain any sexual content, images, messages, if any of that makes you feel uncomfortable in any way, shape, or form, you can certainly fast forward. You can skip the reading. You can skip that section. And of course, the more drastic step would be to unsubscribe, which I hope you don't, but that is your choice. And this person also went on to say that I needed to be true to my channel, which I can assure you, I'm always true to my channel. I don't ever post anything on here that I'm not comfortable with. So if it makes you uncomfortable in any way as a viewer, do what you got to do, So that's pretty much all I wanted to say about that, guys. That just really hit a bit of a nerve with me, because I try my best to upload videos that I feel for the collective would benefit a huge number of people. Yes, it's a general reading. We're not miracle workers here. We're just reading cards. And yes, I do tap into some of these cards intuitively. That's just what I do. So if that's not your cup of tea, there's other readers out there that I'm sure will be. So to each his own, So that's all I'm going to say about that, guys. Let's dive right into your reading. Hello, Scorpio. This is your reading for the second half of November from the 16th through the 30th. We're going to be taking a look at what your angel guides need you to know about your soul connection. So again, general reading. It's not going to resonate with every single person, so please do take from it, like always, whatever makes sense for you, and release the rest. If you're interested in your own personal private reading at this time, I have put the full-length ones on hold just to give me a chance to catch up. I'll open that back up as of January 2nd, but you can still book the mini readings as well as the basic ones, and all of that info is down below in the description box. as well as the link to all of the decks and creators that you see here, Scorpio. So let's dive right into this. These are the 3 decks that we'll be using for your focus messages. This is a very Merry Christmas Oracle by Jennifer Aquarius Tarot. We'll grab a message from the Pining Rose Crush Edition by Calico Moon. And lastly, my Love and Life Oracle. It contains a couple of messages in this deck per card, and basically it takes a look at how you look at your love situation when it first starts and how it evolves as time passes. Okay guys, so let's take a look and see how this is going to turn out for you this time around. Okay, so starting things off with a very Merry Christmas Oracle. What is your first focus message here, Scorpio? And for those who will be celebrating birthdays, the second half of November, a very happy birthday to you. I hope it's wonderful. All right, guys, what's your first message? I'm guided to this one. Baby, it's cold outside. This could simply be an indication of the times changing, the season that we are in and heading towards. Maybe where you guys live, there's a lot of snow, or there's just this very cold energy between the two of you right now. Maybe things are frozen in time when it comes to this connection. So we'll take a look and see what that's talking about as more cards come through in this reading. And I forgot to mention to you, cross watchers and anyone else who's been guided to watch are certainly welcome. All right, guys, so let's grab your second focus message here. Okay, I am guided to this card. I'm scared of losing my independence, and I forget which sign I was reading for and this exact message came through. So if you happen to be a cross watcher and if you happen to see me pull this exact same card for that reading, that could be the person that you're focused on. So if they're afraid to lose their independence, maybe this was somebody who just wasn't ready to commit when you guys were together, and that might ultimately explain why things are cold and frozen between the two of you as far as this person being able to commit to the partnership. Okay, so let's grab your third focus message here from the Love and Life deck. Angels and Spirit Guides, please, for Scorpio, second half of November. What is your third focus message here? Let's grab this one. Look at this. From the love message, the love aspect, I miss you. Life message, come over. Something that simple. It's like, look, I miss you. Can we please just fix what's broken between the two of us? Come over. Let's talk about it. Okay? So that's what's presenting itself so far. Scorpio will add to that, of course. I miss you. Come over. And I really feel, you know, maybe you've thought about that, where you miss somebody so much that you're willing to kind of let bygones be bygones. It's like, come on over, I miss you. And or this is your person thinking this. All right, so let's add to this with On the Horizon Oracle, another deck by Jennifer Aquarius Tarot. Angels and Spirit Guides, please, for Scorpio. Second half of November. What else do we need to know? What do your angel guides need you to know about your soul connection here? Angels and Spirit Guides, please. This one keeps popping up. I mean, I'm happy to see this because it's good news, exciting news that's coming in for you. And then we've got conjuring, plans brewing. So maybe your person has some plans that they want to reach out, communicate with you. They've got some exciting news to share with you. So something is brewing beneath the surface here, Scorpio, that you might not even know that that's happening. They've got some plans to reach out because they miss you so much. They don't want this cold energy between the two of you. Elevate. Okay, to me, this is a card of ascension, being able to move beyond where you guys are and where you've been in the past so that you can create ascension in this partnership and move it forward. We have sacred space coming through. So maybe right now This is just you protecting yourself, your space, your energy, your heart space. If things are cold between you and your person because they weren't the committing type, they were non-committal before, you know, I'm scared of losing my independence, and maybe that just didn't go very well between the two of you. Maybe you weren't on the same page back then. But look at this, we have confess. They've got a lot of things that they want to say and get things off their chest, and one of them is that they miss you. Good news, exciting news that they want to share with you. We have better off. Okay, so it's too soon to say whether you're better off without this person or if you guys are better off working on this partnership and coming back together. And this could have even been what they said to you when you guys went into separation, that you guys would be better off in separation instead of together because they didn't want to lose their independence. They enjoyed their independence. They liked being single. They liked being solo, not having to answer to anyone. And maybe, Scorpio, for some of you, you feel that you have been better off without this person, and now they're coming through wanting to reach out to let you know that they still think about you, that they still miss you. Let's grab one more. You see? Communication. Look at this next message. Divine masculine. Okay, so it is the divine masculine that wants to reach out to the feminine. It's coming through here very plainly. The divine masculine wants to communicate with the feminine. Okay, so now going back to what I talked about in the beginning of the video, divine masculine can be male or female because it's just energies, but I do equate it more with a man, a male masculine figure. If it's different for your situation, then absolutely custom tailor it to how it fits. If the messages fit, then you can certainly tweak it to make sense for you. Okay? So let's add some dialogue through this deck. You have My Heart, Soul Lovers, and Separation. This is a deck by Angelic Revelation 144. Angels and spirit guides, please. For Scorpio, second half of November. What else do you need to know here about this soul connection? What do they want to say to you? Or what do you want to say to them? Because this could be the two of you having a conversation through these cards. So what do you guys want to say to one another? Starting things off with this one. With just one text, one call, one look, one smile, you make my day. You are the most important person in my life, and it doesn't matter where I am. I'm always thinking of you day and night. Wow. And maybe this is something that you need to hear from this person. Some of you guys might even have thought that they've just not even thought about you, that they don't even miss you. You don't even cross their mind. That's not the case here. This makes such sense, this message. Loving you is the most natural yet scary thing I've ever done. You see the verbiage there? I'm scared of losing my independence. The love that they actually have for you, Scorpio, it scared them because they weren't used to giving of their heart in that way. They were not used to having their independence compromised. But here you come and they fall madly, deeply in love with you. And now that you guys are more than likely in separation, they want nothing more than to let you know how they're feeling. They want to be able to communicate. And again, we've got the divine masculine represented right next to that communication card. Every night, I just want to be home. Home is in your arms. You guys might have even shared a home together, lived together. This keeps coming back with the energy that they want to be with you. Next message. I like so many things about you that I don't even know how to tell you that I love everything about you. I think that you were made for me and I was made for you. And if you agree with that statement, Scorpio, then perhaps you guys are better off together rather than apart. You are all I have ever truly wanted in my life. You are my everything. So there's a lot of emotion pouring through in these words here, Scorpio. I feel from your person, and more so from the divine masculine to the feminine here. Let's grab a couple more. My desire is to have a family with you. Would you have a baby with me? So they want to build a family with you. Have children someday. And isn't it interesting what this says, baby? Baby, it's cold outside. So for now, things are frozen. There's this cold energy between the two of you. But they want to have a baby with you. That's what's coming through here as well. They want to have a family with you. Now, some of you guys may have already had children from previous relationships. You know, I always like to include that in readings because some of you guys already have families or already have children from other relationships, which coming together with somebody that either already has children themselves or they want to be able to build a family with you, then we've got blended families here. And that's an important part of this equation for some of you guys. Because a family consists of so many factors, and that includes children that have been adopted and, children that are not of the same bloodline, but the love is there, So the family dynamic, that's what they want here with you. Next message, not talking to you absolutely breaks my heart and soul into a billion shattered pieces. I want to reach out to you, but I can't find the right words and I'm feeling so fragile right now. Okay, so when they're ready, I do feel, Scorpio, you will hear from them. That could be reversed as well, and it's you that reaches out. And it's interesting how that's falling right below communication. So again, I'm feeling here for this particular message coming through, whoever resonates with the divine masculine, this is the person that's going to be doing the reaching out. And it's going to be the divine feminine who will be receiving that message. So let's grab another deck here. This is another one of Jennifer Aquarius Tarot's cards. This is her tarot deck, Sacred Secrets of the Heart Tarot. So let's grab some tarot messages here and see what else you need to know at this time about this soul connection. Scorpio. Angels and spirit guides, please. Okay, we have the Seven of Swords. So for some of you guys, your person could have been an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Now this energy from this card is somebody who was disloyal and sneaky. So that contributed to the breakup and separation here. And I feel part of the reason why they were disloyal was because their independence was threatened. And so they didn't want to commit. They didn't want to be exclusive. They perhaps were entertaining other options in love and romance, which could have certainly resulted in third parties, infidelities, cheating, lies, and secrets. Somebody who was manipulative, perhaps. The Seven of Swords, at the end of the day, is betrayal. Okay, so somebody betrayed the other person. And then we've got the energy of the devil coming up next. So for some of you guys, maybe your person is a Capricorn. The devil's energy is all about temptations and obsessions. And I really do feel here that next to the Seven of Swords, sneaky, disloyal energy and deception and betrayal, and then right next to the devil of temptations, this was a huge problem for some of you guys. Because somebody didn't want to get their hands tied in a relationship where they felt constricted or restricted somehow, like their hands were tied. Again, scared of losing their independence. And so instead of losing their independence, they perhaps filled their life with temptations from other connections, but not really finding anything of substance, I feel. But here's the thing with this devil energy, you know, whoever was tempted by somebody else outside of this connection, once that phased out, they were left with regrets and perhaps missing you, Scorpio, which that has already presented itself here. They're afraid of their feelings, their emotions. And since you guys have gone into separation, now they're carrying a flame for you. They're still pining for you. They still want you. They still love you. And perhaps now they're acknowledging that, yeah, they've lost you, but they really want to reconcile. They want to bring this back. And then we've got the Six of Wands right here. So some of you guys, your person could be a fire sign, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. There is this energy of success and victory with the Six of Wands. So regardless of where you guys are at, this can still turn out to be a pretty successful reunion between two people who are currently in separation. And then we've got the Nine of Cups coming through here. A wish that can still come true in time, Scorpio. Taking you to a place in your life and this connection where you can be content and fulfilled and satisfied with the outcome. This is also one of those cards for me where somebody might have had a drinking problem. And it's interesting because the devil's energy could be somebody who's tackling addictions here. So that as well could have contributed to a breakup or the challenges in a partnership. And then we've got the Two of Wands coming through after that. Focused decisions, making plans, making decisions for the future here. Moving forward. Yes, there are certain cycles that need to complete. All of this deceptive energy, the devil's energy, that door needs to close. That cycle needs to phase out in order for you and your person, Scorpio, to open up a brand new door of opportunity to make this work, to come together. Now, for some of you, your masculine could certainly be coming forward with the energy of the King of Wands, somebody who is a leader, taking control of a situation, somebody who's very strong-willed. That's what's presenting itself. And what I also get from the King of Wands is, because this king sometimes can be a masculine who puts love on hold, because again, they're afraid of their independence or losing their independence. They still want to be out there exploring their options in love and romance. But I really do feel next to the World card, that's a cycle that is about to close. And to give you a much stronger foundation for you and your person to start again. And where's that going to take you? Towards the energy of the Sun, where you can experience the ultimate happiness with your person. That can result in unions, reunions, marriages. I mean, true happiness. Very positive energy from here. Very joyful, very successful. And then you've got the Ten of Pentacles right after that, which is even more amazing energies right next to the Sun. Money matters could certainly be improving, where you can finally afford the finer things in life. And when it comes to your love life, it's also very positive, especially next to the Sun, letting us know that things will be heading more towards a very secure time in your life when it comes to your love relationships, that you will be bringing towards you somebody who could either be a twin flame or a soulmate, somebody that represents that perfect match for you, and that you still feel this very strong bond with this individual. You've got the Ace of Cups here, so a new beginning, being able to start something new, create something new in this partnership. The Chariot is all about overcoming challenges, a triumphant outcome between the two of you. Chariot represents Cancer specifically, so maybe for some of you guys, your person is a Cancer. So yes, you guys have had some difficult things that you've had to overcome in this partnership, and you can take advantage of the energy of this Sun and be truly happy someday with a reconnection. So whatever challenges you guys have going on right now, just know that things will improve. Your wish can still come true. Time to open up a brand new door when it comes to love and romance that can truly fulfill you and make you happy and bring you the joy that you've been looking for when it comes to your person, Scorpio. They could certainly be feeling the same way. Okay, so let's add to this with some messages from the Journey of Love decks. This is volume 1 and 2 by Bridget of Divine Essentials. So let's take a look and see what else is coming through here. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Scorpio, second half of November. What do your angel guides need you to know about your soul connection? What else needs to come through here? Joy. You've made me feel alive. Thank you. Number 3. The number 3 could mean something to some of you guys. But yeah, this is a very happy card. We've got the sun coming through here, resonating with the exact same type of energy. You've brought them back to life, Scorpio. You make them happy. And I feel if you resonate with that, you guys make each other happy, and you can have that again. Number 10, a number of completion, okay? I know we can do it. Wholeness, where you guys can be whole once again rather than fragmented right now. Look at this. We've got the number 25, reconciliation coming through there. It's time to unite and work together now. So absolutely, there is a chance for you guys to bring this back and to still work this out. So beautiful. There's a reunion that is certainly possible here. We have secluded, I'm tired of being without you. Number 22. So if any of these numbers mean anything to some of you guys, you know, take from it what you will, however way it means something to you. But yeah, they don't want to be without you anymore. One more, please. Number 42, embarrassed. I feel like I've screwed up too much. And that ultimately might be what's holding them back from reaching out right now. But I really do feel it's just a matter of time before you hear from them. And bottom of the deck, we have faded. Number 6, I'm sure this was all meant to be. You guys are still meant to be. And look at this next card, forgiveness. Please forgive me. They want forgiveness. They want to come towards you with an apology, Scorpio. They are remorseful. They've got regrets over what's happened here between the two of you. They want your forgiveness. And they want that reconciliation. You make them happy. Okay? That's what I keep getting. That you really make them happy. All right, guys. So let's add to this with some messages from my Sugar and Spice Oracle. A little naughty, a little nice, but it can be a little bit challenging too. So let's see what presents itself here. Angels and spirit guides for Scorpio. What else do we need to know? We've got cinnamon. You are my sweetest obsession. You add just the right amount of spice and excitement into my life. Never a dull moment when we're together. You're good for my body, mind, and soul. This is how they see you, Scorpio. And somebody might also really love cinnamon. And look at the next card. We've got pumpkin spice. Autumn season. So we're here. Depends, of course, on where you're at throughout the world. I'm not sure if it's autumn everywhere, but here in the States, it certainly is. Warm feelings, fallen leaves, your tender kisses, your comforting embrace, the memories that come flooding back every year around this time. I miss you. So there's something about the holiday season, I feel, the autumn season. You know, we've got Thanksgiving right around the corner. Very warm feelings. As you can see, we started off with a very cold energy here. So things will eventually thaw out and warm up between the two of you. And then we've got caramel. I mean, all of these flavors together sound so good. You know what they say, right? Too much of a good thing can be bad for you. But not when it comes to us. You can pour yourself all over me every second of every day. I love how sweet you are inside and out. You can wrap me up in your arms whenever you want. I'll be forever content as long as we're together. And I really feel here, Scorpio, that you needed to hear that. This is where they're at energetically. This is what they're thinking, that you guys belong together. And maybe you had to experience a breakup, a separation, in order for them to understand this and have the clarity for them to see this. Okay, so let's add to this with some messages from my Heart and Soul Love Oracle. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Scorpio. Second half of November. What else do we need to know, please? Oh my gosh, the twin. The twin. Okay, so we have a twin flame connection here. You are my twin flame. You are the other half of my soul. No one else could ever come close to the type of intense spiritual connection that we are blessed to share. I'm honored that you are mine to explore this thing called life with. My life partner, my best friend, my soul spouse, my forever love. I mean, what a beautiful card. So, some of you guys might even know that this is your twin flame. We have gratitude. A message to thank the universe that it did good, bringing us together in this lifetime. And there's also a reason why you're in separation. But I really do feel the tables will turn again, giving you guys another opportunity to come back together. We have more. I was sure what we had wasn't the love I was looking for, that it was something that I could find with someone else who could offer me more. More love, more sex, more of everything I was looking for. Someone who had more, wanted me more, needed me more. Now there's nothing more I want than to come back to the someone who had it all to begin with. You. You. Is it too late? It's your call, Scorpio. Is it too late? It's up to you. Going back to this card, better off. You have your own free will. You have your own thoughts. Do you feel you're better off without this person, or do you feel that you guys would be better off together? I'm leaning more towards better off together. And then we've got commitment. Who would have thought one day, one smile, one person could change another's path? A shared vision, a shared destiny, a shared love that will last beyond this lifetime. So if they were, again, afraid of losing their independence before, they're not afraid anymore. They're ready to commit to you. And lastly, we have fulfilled. Somehow the universe knew that I was unfulfilled, something missing in my life. But I always tried to hide the pain through a tough exterior that covered such vulnerability. When we met, I was empty. My cup is now overflowing with love because of you. Because of you. So you've changed this person's life for the better, Scorpio. They're better off with you, and I kind of feel, for those of you that resonate with these messages, you're better off together, loving each other, being together, appreciating the connection, being grateful that your path led you to each other. And for those that resonate with this, yeah, this is your twin flame. This is your twin flame. Amazing. All right, guys, so let's wrap things up with the Lover's Oracle. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Scorpio. Second half of November. Some final guidance, some last messages, final messages for the collective. Angels and spirit guides, please. Embrace. Through each other, you find the missing pieces. I believe it. I believe it. You guys really do feel more complete with each other. You feel whole. And there's a reason why this is coming through. Because you guys want to come back to each other, have this reconciliation. It's time to unite and work together now. That is what it says. And I feel you guys are on the same page. There will be communication, Scorpio, that will come in sooner rather than later. It might even happen during the autumn season, which we have here already, or during the holiday season. Emotions are a natural and necessary part of life, but they can also distort your perception and cloud your vision. In order to see things clearly, you must let go of resentment. So for those of you who are still holding on to any sort of resentment with your person, it's time to really process that out and start focusing on ultimately where you want to be with your person here. It's time for clarity. And if you feel you need more time to find that clarity, then take the time that you need. And then we've got forgiveness, which is so needed, and that already came through from this card, forgiveness. They definitely want that. Please forgive me. And this card says, stop focusing your energy on past events, for life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. Isn't that the truth? You know? So yes, perhaps you need forgiveness. They need forgiveness. You both have to take responsibility for your own role in the relationship. But it just appears to me that you're being blessed by the energy of this sun to help you guys work through this. There's communication, I feel, that is on its way to you. They miss you, they care for you, they love you still. And if you still love them, Scorpio, I have a feeling here that when the time presents itself, the opportunity presents itself, you can still have this reconciliation and have a second chance in this partnership. All right, guys, so that's what's coming through this time around. And whatever part of this message resonated with you, I sure hope that it does help you out. And for those, again, who are interested in your own personal private reading, that information is down below in the description box. For those that resonate and are celebrating Thanksgiving, I definitely wish you the best, and I hope you enjoy yourselves, be safe, and be happy. That's it for now, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.